limited, spoken mostly only by the Jews in Jerusalem, while Greek had become very dominant, especially for the majority of the world's Jews outside of Judea, which greatly outnumbered the Aramaic-speaking Jews in Jerusalem. Here's a second. Did you know that there are actually two totally different Hebrew languages? The first Hebrew language was used by the Hebrew Israelites during the life of Moses. We call this Paleo-Hebrew. Unfortunately, it became a dead language in the 4th century BC, hundreds of years before Christ was born. The Jews let it die in favor of the Babylonian language of Aramaic when they were held captive in Babylon between 600 and 500 BC. During the time of Jesus' life and ministry, he and the apostles used the Greek Septuagint Old Testament as their main scriptures. We know this because in the New Testament, Jesus and the apostles quote the Old Testament Greek Septuagint word for word. This is the oldest translation of the Hebrew Bible that still exists today. In 285 BC, King Ptolemy II of Philadelphus commissioned 72 Israelites, 6 from each tribe, to translate the Hebrew scriptures into the Greek language. By 150 BC, the Septuagint Old Testament became the favorite Jewish translation by even the high priests in Jerusalem, with a copy in every synagogue in the world by the time Jesus was born. The Septuagint is over 1,000 years older than the Masoretic text, Old Testament, which is written in the modern Hebrew language that was invented centuries after the life and ministry of Jesus. Jesus and the apostles spoke Greek as well as Aramaic, but no one at this time was speaking or writing the Paleo-Hebrew language because it was dead. There were select temple priests who retained some Paleo-Hebrew phrases for their temple rituals, but even this was wiped out and totally lost after the temple was destroyed in 70 AD. The second Hebrew 2.0 language didn't come about until hundreds of years later. In the following centuries after the crucifixion of Jesus, the descendants of the Pharisees, called Masoretes, began writing a new Old Testament Bible in a new invented script that was heavily inspired by Aramaic characters. This new Hebrew 2.0 script was designed to be an occultic, Kabbalistic language for hidden magic codes, divination, and a form of numerology called gematria. It was a strong deviation from the original Paleo-Hebrew script of Moses. This new Hebrew 2.0 language was only a written form of communication, and for many centuries, the common Jewish language was Yiddish, which is a mix of Aramaic